It's not often talked about, but I think it's something important to finally shine a light on some heroes in the YouTube community. The pranksters. It's a very dangerous occupation. In fact, there's already been 2 pranksters that have died for their craft, risking it all for the sake of nobody's entertainment. Because that shit sucks. The vast majority of YouTube pranksters are these carbon copy clones of pranks that were popular 10 years ago for children that have now grown up and find it cringe. But for some reason, there still are channels that do the exact same pranks that were popular a decade ago, hoping that it'll catch fire once again. And for the most part, it hasn't, though there are a few exceptions for prank channels that are popular and people do still appreciate them. But I would argue at least they're trying different things. Even though I'm not big into prank content, some of the ones that are popular aren't doing the same exact shit from 10 years ago. You know, the stepping on people's shoes in the hood prank. That kind of shit that used to be super huge. There are still channels that try that and completely fall flat because no one wants to see it. It's trash. And what a lot of people learned is the vast majority of prank channels faked it. And for obvious reason, because you can't really go around with the whole giving people a titty twister in the hood prank gone wrong and expect not to get your ass beat. So they'd have to fake the whole scenario in order for the video to work, so that way they didn't end up in the fucking hospital or in the ground in a goddamn coffin. But a lot of kids that grew up on that content must have not realized that they were fake, because twice now in the last couple of years, 2 pranksters have been shot. One of them died. He was doing the fake robbery prank where he charged at someone in a parking lot with a knife. The person turned around and just fucking executed him like John Wick. So he got shot and died for it. And now, what we're talking about today, a YouTube prankster named Tanner Cook pulled some prank in a mall that they haven't revealed what it was yet, that ended up getting him shot in the stomach and nearly killed him, but he pulled through. And in fact, this is actually a heartwarming tale because he got shot and he immediately learned that that was great for his channel growth. So his channel grew by like 5,000 subscribers, and he made it clear in his interview after surviving the shooting and after surgery that he can't wait to get back to doing more of that content. He's an up-and-coming YouTube sensation. He does pranks where he's just a public nuisance. So he was doing a prank video in the mall, and a guy pulled out a gun and shot him in the stomach. It was a critical injury, but he's pulled through. And luckily, this has really helped open his eyes, because he gave an interview where he said he can't wait to get back to doing it because it's his passion. Doing shitty pranks got him shot, and he can't wait to go back to doing more shitty pranks. Oh no, this is the aftermath of the shooting. Where's the interview? So this one?
Tonight you'll hear from the 21-year-old YouTuber shot at Town Center in Virginia.
Our map.
USA 9 and 31-year-old Alan Coley. This witness capturing the moment deputies arrested Coley, who is now facing felony charges including aggravated malicious wounding.
I was just playing a prank, a simple practical joke, and the guy didn't take it very well and shot me.
Officials
Not fierce.
And even after being shot, Cook says he plans to continue making videos because it's his passion. Now giving this simple statement to the community.
Just
wholesome.
stay safe out there.
To be clear, the Loudoun County Sheriff.
What a great takeaway. He can't wait to get back to it because it's his passion. Bothering people and filming it for your YouTube pranks. Hey, at the very least, he's not faking the pranks. And I guarantee he said it's just a prank, bro, after he got shot. I guarantee it. This is not the only time this has happened. I actually covered a story like this, I think 2 years ago. YouTube prankster tried to play a prank in a parking lot, and the prank was killer clowns or something. So he charged them with a knife, and someone turned around, shot him, and he died. This is far from the only time a prankster's been shot. She killed her boyfriend while doing a YouTube prank. That's another one I talked about. That one's like old. That's like 2016. I don't even know what the prank was. But basically it boiled down to this couple wanted to make a viral YouTube prank. So a guy held up a book in front of his chest and his girlfriend shot him. And unsurprisingly, the bullet went straight through the book, straight through his chest, and killed him. Don't know what the prank was, but yeah, that was another one. It was a fucking Desert Eagle too. Yeah, it was. She shot him with like a fucking fat round. Desert Eagle versus Dictionary. Yeah, I guess so. Wasn't a very competitive match. A lot of people always ask me what happened to the girl who shot her boyfriend, so I'll just give you a little bit of closure to this story. She did go to jail for a short period of time and is now under 10 years probation, and she's also banned from owning firearms, obviously. So that's kind of what happened there, and it's just a really tragic story where the pursuit of clout ended up with someone dead from one of the dumbest fucking ideas of all time. I still to this day can't fully figure out what the actual plan was. They both thought that a thick book would stop a bullet from a fucking Desert Eagle. They must have been mainlining stupid juice or something, just fucking injecting dumb particles right into their body to make them think that would work. So they even hyped it up like this is gonna be one of the most dangerous videos we'll ever film. And so he grabbed an encyclopedia and she fired a fucking Desert Eagle at him, which obviously just tore straight through the encyclopedia and killed him, as 30 onlookers watched on. So I guess they turned this into like some kind of spectator sport and invited friends and family over to watch. I don't know if prank is even the right word for it. I think this was supposed to be some kind of like, you know, death-defying stunt. But there was no defying. There was just death. So he died, and that, of course, has been a very sad story because they did have a child together and she was pregnant with another child at the time. And that's kind of where that one wrapped up. I believe this was the first case of a YouTube prankster getting shot and dying as a result of a prank. So they were kind of pioneers in that field there. They were the first to do it. But anyway, let's get back to talking about Tanner Cook. His pranks are generic as they get. It's like if you ask ChatGPT to come up with prank ideas for you. It's just absolute clone of 10 years ago pranks. Being obnoxious and trying to make people upset so that way you can get a video out of the whole situation. It's just the same tried and true formula that worked 10 years ago and doesn't really work anymore. But there are people like Tanner that continue to try. I don't really know how you have a passion for making that kind of content. It's just having a passion for being an asshole, which is just a weird thing to say with pride. Now what's brutal is Tanner's own audience is eating him alive like piranhas that just had a piece of lunch meat dropped into the pond. He is getting torn to shreds in the comments saying things like, can't wait for Tanner to post the crying video and shit like that. It's brutal. Now, there's even people trying to defend the shooter, saying that maybe Tanner was doing like a dangerous prank and was shot in self-defense. I guess it is possible, but unlikely. I don't think Tanner was doing a, you know, knife robbery prank or anything like that. He was probably just doing more of his obnoxious, annoying pranks, and getting shot for that is clearly some unhinged shit. I'm not someone that's cheering for the shooter. And I watched Mudahar's video on it, and he even revealed some information about the shooter as well that makes it pretty clear this guy was not exactly any kind of hero even before this shooting, assuming all of that information is accurate. I would wager a guess that the prank Tanner pulled was once again one of his stupid fucking, you know, fake Target employee things where he's asking people to smoke with him and just constantly pestering him. And you don't deserve to be shot for that. You deserve to be bullied and made fun of for that. Not shot. That's not exactly a good excuse to fucking shoot somebody because they were obnoxious. Now again, I don't know what the prank was. I guess there is a non-zero chance he was doing one of the dangerous pranks where, you know, threatening someone with a knife or making threats to somebody, and then you could probably make an argument that maybe it was self-defense, but we just don't know right now, and I'm very curious to see what comes from this, because the shooter is of course being charged. Like, he didn't just shoot this guy and the cops were like, well, he was cringe, so you're free to go, sir. Like, he is obviously being charged for shooting this man. And we don't know exactly what led to it, so that's something I'm going to keep my eye on. But this was absolutely a massive fuck around and find out moment, and he still didn't learn anything from it, it seems. He sounds like plans on going right back to doing these pranks for his channel, which is just crazy to me. That blows my mind. To be so lost in the sauce that even after getting shot, it only further cements their belief that he is in the right and he is making bangers because he just got shot for it. That's, I don't know, that is absolutely wild to me. But anyway, just wanted to talk about this a little bit because this is once again another case where a YouTube prankster gets themselves shot. That's about it. See ya. Yo, what's Jablin' Jables? I got the snapback on, I'm feeling real young. I thought I really needed it for this video because this video uses the word bro and guys at least 1,000 times, so you knew I had to throw this shit on to get real litty to digest this kind of content, baby. Today we're looking at a scary video from our boy Stromedy. You might remember him because he's that brave soul from a few months back that opened a dark web box at 3 a.m. and found like a fucking cursed Twizzler or something in it. And now he's back, another day, another banger. He's coming at us with the insane potion of forgetting from the dark web. In parentheses, I'm J-Station, forgot who I was. Don't worry, Stromedy, I also forgot who you were. I think we all did. The only reason I found you again is because I looked for shitty content today and you were on the first page. Let's get into this action, baby. Fuck yeah.
Stromedy Squad, what the hell is going on, guys? Hope you guys are all having a great day, and welcome back to another video. Today I got with me my boy J Hills. What's poppin', guys? And today, guys,
I love these YouTuber intros. And his friend looks fucking coked out throughout this whole thing. He's just doing one of these the whole time. Like he can't fucking sit still like a reptilian about to bust through his human skin suit. I hate this shit. I hate this overly fake, energetic attitude, nonsense shit. Just constantly jingling keys in front of their child audience. I fucking hate it. Can't stand it. But I'm ready for action now, Stromedy. Thank you for getting me prepped and ready.
Guys, we've done everything ranging from zombie potion, vampire potion, laughing potion, itching potion, dancing potion, guys. Like, there are so many different types of possibilities. And the dark web seems to be adding new types of potions every single week.
I really just don't understand why these guys can't just fucking stand still. It's like they're drunk and trying to balance, or like they're on ice, or on like an invisible fucking rocking chair. They're just constantly moving back and forth towards the camera. I don't get it. It makes me think of back when breakdancing was popular. You'd have the hype men doing like this shit to the guy who's about to go out there and do a head spin. But these two guys are absolutely talentless, so it's not like they're about to bust out something crazy here with these moves. Also, I love how they keep saying the dark web is bringing them more potions and shit, as if the dark web is just this like potion seller from Oblivion or some dumb shit, the Elder Scrolls series potion seller. It's wild.
Yes, guys. If you haven't already looked at the title, today, guys, we are doing some memory loss potion. Yo, this is like scary. Imagine all your memories disappearing. Like, I don't know who you are anymore. You don't know where you are. Your parents, you don't know anything. You have a name, dude.
Yeah, Stromedy, you fucking troglodyte. That's called Alzheimer's, and that's real, and it is super scary.
He is. He's probably gonna forget that he has a YouTube channel, guys. Dude, these things, guys. Like, this is gonna screw up his day. He won't remember how to edit, guys, for his video. He won't remember how to film. It's gonna be freaking brutal, but yo.
That would be such a loss to the YouTube community if J-Station forgot he had a channel and forgot how to edit and shit. That would be a reality I don't think any of us want without J-Station videos where he's like calling Mac Miller from the dead or something and like taking a piss on his grave at 3 a.m. That'd be awful if J-Station didn't keep pumping out some shitty videos.
You know?
Yeah, that's true, because then he'll pick up onto it. And he's very skeptical and suspicious, guys.
Yeah, because we pull a lot of pranks on him.
I mean, he is going to be pretty cautious. But we'll just make sure to put only a little bit. As the dark web says, you only need a drop for this to actually work.
If this prank was real, that'd be so fucked up. You know, you take a swig of this, he says it, bro, that tasted like Dementia. Did you lace my water bottle with Dementia? A fucking prank, bro, up top. Guys, what the fuck? What a prank. Nice. That's fucked up, man. That's a weird prank.
You ready to film?
Yeah. Dude, you gotta film that video, dude. This one's gonna be insane.
What's poppin', guys? Back with another one. This video is going to be insane, guys. By the way, I just want to say big shout out to the whole entire... What's wrong? Oh, man. What's my fan base called again?
The Small Dick Society. I believe that's what your fan base is known as, J-Station. Did you see that fucking idiot, though? He took a drink of that water not knowing there was a forgetting potion mixed in there, and they didn't even see Stromedy peeing in there off screen. Dude, he just got fucking pranked Epic Gamer style, dude. That's like a fucking fat troll, guys. Oh my god. And now he's got Alzheimer's. Bangers!
Again? What is wrong with you? Dude, you've never done this before, ever.
Are you okay?
Dude, you okay?
What were they called?
Who called?
My fan base.
They're called fucking idiots, J-Station. How could you forget that?
To be honest with you, we put memory loss potion inside of your bottle of water.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Why are you recording me, dude?
No, I feel bad, dude.
Why?
Dude,
what are you doing?
We were filming memory loss potion. We put, dude, Jay, listen.
What's a memory loss potion? What is that?
Jay,
How dumb are you, J-Station? A memory loss potion? You don't know what that is? You can't gather from the name of it what it is and what it does? You're despicable. You stupid fucking asshole. How fucking dumb are you, J-Station? It's a memory loss potion, goddammit. They're extremely common on the dark web.
You just tried calling the police on us. How do you not remember us right now?
Why?
Comedy.
Get out!
Go, run! Where? Oh my god! Oh my god! Yo, in here!
Yes, I also keep a crowbar on my counter in the kitchen right next to my bread, so that way when I wake up in the morning, in case there's an intruder trying to steal my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I can beat the shit out of them with my fucking crowbar, Half-Life style.
Don't say anything.
Video, look, that's you, that's Stromedy, and that's me.
See? We've made videos together. We're friends. We're not here to hurt you.
But we make videos every day, bro. Bro, look.
Show him the pictures. You starting to remember?
It's a video, look.
Yo, I think he's starting to remember. Yo, Jay! Jay! What's he doing? What's he doing?
Jay Station's gone feral. He's resorting to his primal instincts. He's gonna start going around on all fours now, taking a shit in the middle of the family room, throwing shit all over the place, all over the walls. It's about to get fucking messy.
Just come talk to us.
Jay, calm down, bro. We're not here to hurt you,
Listen, dude, we're not here to hurt you, man. What is wrong?
You're gonna hurt me. Jay, we're not here to hurt you, bro.
I'll be honest, I don't think you gave him memory loss potion. I think you gave him giant pussy potion, juice potion, polymerization. He's a big pussy now. That's what you gave him. Because he is a huge bitch. A crying, whining bitch. And I guess that potion never wore off because that's all of his videos.
Oh my god. Okay, you're back though, right?
Yes.
Okay, Stromedy Squad, this was an absolute banger but scary video. We almost lost Jay, guys. That was the most scariest thing we ever went through. Stromedy Squad, I gotta go now. We gotta somehow explain this to the cops. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. I love you guys. And as always, peace!
Man, how the fuck are they gonna explain that to the police? They're not gonna believe they had a memory loss potion from the dark web? Like, who's ever heard of the fucking dark web? No one's gonna believe that fairy tale. Honestly, your best bet, Stromedy, in that situation would just be go outside and just ask if they'll buy your merch. Just plug your fucking merch to the police. That would be fucking lit, bro. Plug in merch to the coppers? Damn. What a banger of a video. You gotta love shit like this. The brave men and women on YouTube making content like this. It's inspiring, almost. But yeah, that's it. So yeah. When you think of a school prank, like an officially licensed, endorsed school prank from the school to the students, you think of some lame shit like, oh, your backpacks aren't allowed in the hallway today. Just kidding, you can keep them there. Oh, you're getting out of class 5 minutes early today. Just kidding, big prank. You're actually staying late. We're doubling homework and slashing all your tires. You think of trivial, dumb pranks like, you know, the fellow kids shit like, does anyone else Big Chungus? Signed the principal. Bad pranks. But where there's one school a few years back that pulled the ultimate prank that makes every other prankster in the world look like fucking amateur limp dick losers in comparison. The prank was, for their pep rally, it was a high school, they invited a select group of students to the basketball court, they blindfolded them, and then they were made out with. The students were under the impression they were making out with another student in their class, but it turns out they were making out with their parents, their actual mommy and daddies.
They might luscious lips so
The most shocking thing about this video isn't the incest, it's the fact that Tom Brady wasn't there making out with his kids. I thought for sure he'd take any opportunity to make out with them on camera. But now when I saw this initially, it was like a few years ago, and I thought for sure it was fake. You know, that wasn't actually their parents, it was just designed to be a shock viral video. And I didn't think anything of it until a couple hours ago. I was looking for DoucheTuber trends, and one of the pranks they're doing is kissing their parents. And the related video was the news report about this pep rally incident, and it turns out it's completely real. This school actually endorsed incest and had the parents make out with the students on the basketball court. Let's go ahead and play the news clip.
To be fair, this was supposed to be a joke. But when it went viral on YouTube, some people didn't find it the least bit funny.
As principal, I'm responsible for everything that happens in the school, so ultimately I'm the person who, you know, needs to answer for this.
Man can't even help but crack a smile during the interview. That is not the face of remorse. That is a man who is content with his giant evil plan of incest. He was the Dr. Frankenstein, and his monster was sin. Pure incest sin. I can already see how this came about, you know. The pep rally planners came to the principal pitching their ideas. He's like, yeah, good shit, yeah, sounds great. But how about for a grand finale, we have some parents make out with their children on the basketball court, huh? Incest, it's a good joke. Now that's comedy, haha, haha. Now, dropping the sarcasm, comedy comes in all shapes and sizes and all forms. I don't think incest is a great form of comedy. I think the best form of comedy is found at my Twitch streams at twitch.tv/moistcritical. You should all go follow right now. I'll be live when this video goes up. Fuck yeah, would love to see you there. You don't have to kiss your parents, but you can come kiss me.
Last Thursday, there was a pep assembly at Rosemount High School. Staff at the school planned a prank for the winter sports team captains. Each of them was blindfolded and kissed. The idea being the student think the kisser was another student, and then guess who it was. But the joke was, the mystery kisser was that student's mom or dad. It was a gag that ultimately went awry.
What does she mean the joke went awry? The joke went exactly as planned. The principal was jerking off in the bleachers while it was going on. I mean, this is exactly how they drew it up. There was no malfunction. There wasn't like a miscommunication. This is exactly what happened. The parents wanted to come make out with their kids. It's very disturbing how down the parents were to just make out with their kids. This didn't happen in Alabama, surprisingly. This was in Minnesota. But I really just don't get what the reporter's angle. She's like, yeah, it was supposed to be a joke. It went awry. What do you mean? What went wrong here? And the joke was always kids making out with their mom and dad. It's a horrible joke. It's not a joke. It's a crime. It's literally illegal. I'm surprised this Congo line of incest didn't lead to summoning Lucifer, because this is such a huge amount of sin in a small area that it's goddamn unholy. But I don't understand why the news anchor is trying to make it so sympathetic, like, damn, they had such a clean, good joke in mind for their students, but unfortunately, something went wrong.
For all the people who are offended, they're genuinely offended, and I owe them an apology.
Why people were so put off possibly has a bit to do with context.
Nope. I think what most people were put off by was the incest. I don't think it had anything to do with context or the storyline here, but I'm no certified news anchor, so what do I know?
What some are upset about is what they saw in this 59-second YouTube clip, which, according to Principal Wallersheim, isn't 100% indicative of what happened at the assembly.
What you see on the internet, sometimes you see just portions of what's really happened.
Honestly, the principal makes a pretty good point here. We're only peeking in on the making out with the parents portion. I'm sure we already missed all of the other great pranks they had before this one at the pep rally, such as blindfolded anal with a mysterious stranger who turns out to be the parents, cunnilingus blindfolded on a stranger who turns out to be the parents. I'm sure there was a lot of great pranks the principal pulled on the students that we just didn't get a chance to see, so we're only judging based on a small portion.
And it can lead you to think a certain way.
But he isn't making that an excuse, he says. His main point is to apologize, plain and simple.
This is supposed to be a fun event, and it should leave everyone feeling pepped. And if it's leaving people not feeling good or embarrassed or hurt, then that's absolutely the opposite of what we're trying to do.
I don't know about you guys, but nothing gets me more pepped, hyped up, and ready for, fun like making out with parents. Yeehaw, baby. Man, what a banger of a prank right there. You DoucheTubers have got your work cut out for you to reach this principal's level of expertise when it comes to pranks. That shit is gnarly. Wow. Yeah, that's it. See ya. How the fuck's it going, everyone? It's me, your boy 2006 middle school emo hairstyle here. I'm still not getting a haircut. I found a new douchebag YouTuber that I thought would be fun to take a look at. I'm gonna give you a little behind the scenes action on how I keep finding new DoucheTubers that not a lot of people talk about. I type in "gone wrong" into the search bar. It's basically like a fucking complete compendium of douchebags on YouTube. You can find every single one of them there. It's like the old goddamn Yellow Pages, but on the YouTube site here. It's incredible what you can find by just typing in "gone wrong." An incredible plethora of douchebags to choose from. So today I chose Nate Garner. This is his beat up prank where his girlfriend pretends she was beaten up to prank him. Let's go ahead and take a look here.
What's up? Yeah, that's me. Yikes. And this is my life. Let me show you how I got here.
Yeah, baby. I've been waiting my whole life.
It takes only a quick glance at this man to figure out that he came from a very privileged upbringing. One thing I do like, though, is in his intro, he's wearing a backwards cap. That's very interesting, and I think you know what that means. It's time to get lit.
Where are we? I don't really know. My final destination? I don't know. Am I gonna die when I walk through these doors? No. I'm not gonna die. Carissa's hair is gonna die. Ooh.
It's all going.
Because I'm having her hair salon cut it all off.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty weird thing to say for a vlog, to be honest with you. Hey, what's going on, gang? I'm at the salon. Am I gonna walk through those doors, get my throat slit, and someone gonna rip my spine out of my asshole? I mean, who knows? It's kind of a fucking morbid way to start this one off, don't you think, Nate?
Awesome. Yeah, boy, I got kicked out. I don't think you're allowed to vlog in there, and Carissa was a little bit embarrassed of me. Hi, Max. Why would your mom be embarrassed of me?
This part actually infuriated me because it shows a complete lack of care for their pets. This man goes in there with full intention of staying throughout the entire hair salon experience, so you're talking 2.5 to 3 hours in there with her. Meanwhile, there's a dog in the scorching hot car the entire time. If he didn't get kicked out, that dog would be dead. But this all assumes that this vlog is real, which is a huge assumption to make because all DoucheTubers' vlogs and videos are fake. They're all just piles of shit. So I'm sure he didn't get kicked out. It's probably planned he'd go in and go out. But if it is real, then that salon kicking out this obnoxious asshole just saved the life of an innocent animal.
Though, if you're not subscribed, you should. We take big W's every single day. We're the best family on YouTube. And there's merch dropping on Merch First. So there's 3 days left until merch drops, baby. Be ready for it. And be ready for this video. So let's just run right into it.
Jesus Christ, Nate, now I just feel sorry for you. I genuinely couldn't have written a more generic asshole DoucheTuber subscribe call to action merch plug and all that garbage, that checklist of how to be a DoucheTuber. That was the most formulaic shit I have ever seen in my life. I couldn't imagine a more hollow existence than to put on this fake high energy bullshit performance every day for your children that are watching you. I honestly couldn't, like, there's no way this man enjoys this. He's got to be fucking dead inside. Let's run right into it. With this over-animated face getting loud for no reason, wacky sound effects and zoom-ins. Holy shit. Nate, that's sad, man. That's really sad.
Today, I am going to do, here's a little preview, I'm gonna do the beat up prank. I don't know why this is the most requested prank. Like, do you guys hate me? Like, come on. It kind of hurts my feelings. What would make me feel a little bit better is like, if you guys bought the merch on March 1st, that's all I'm saying.
Oh right, yeah, the classics, the getting beaten up prank. That's a fucking wholesome, family-friendly prank right there. That's some good shit. Everyone's a winner in that one. Obviously, it's all fake, but I mean, why the fuck do all of you DoucheTubers do like these brutal prank ideas? Like, let's simulate an armed robbery prank gone wrong, gone sexual. The cop whipped out his cock. What's the next prank you're gonna fake here, Nate? The waterboarding Meemaw in the backyard where you take your grandma out back, put a towel over her face, and dump water on her or some shit as a prank? What happened to just silly fun pranks where nobody gets hurt? Why is it always some shit like kidnapping my girlfriend's mother and not giving her back unless my girlfriend buys my merch on March 1st? It's just silly shit. Like, even conceptually, obviously it's all fake. But why is that like the direction pranks go for you kind of weird fucking weirdos? I don't get it. Make some fucking entertaining pranks from a conceptual standpoint.
I put that on. Yeah, this is awesome. And this makeup, you guys, it's so good. I'm so talented. This is gonna be awesome.
Alright, I'm no James Charles, but I'm gonna critique your makeup here, Carissa. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look like you've been in a fight. This looks very fake. Now, I used to get black eyes all the time when I played sports. You don't get a black eye immediately after the impact on your eye. It's the result of the bruising, so the day after, maybe the next day, you'll get a black eye form as a result. Now, anyone who's ever been in a tussle or in a fight would immediately recognize that and know you're lying. Oh, you've been in a fight, huh, Carissa? Well, you wouldn't have a black eye if that were true. You're lying to me. We're breaking up. I don't want to see you again. Bang, into your relationship, Carissa, all because you did your makeup wrong. Now, I do think luck is on your side here, though, because your boyfriend looks like a giant pussy whose only conflict has ever been with his parents when they reduced his allowance from $5,000 a week to $2,000 a week because he was rude to the butlers and they wanted to teach him a lesson about discipline. So there's no way he would ever pick up on it, and obviously the prank's fake from the get-go anyway, but god damn it, I wanted to critique the makeup.
Hey, are you home yet?
Yeah, just got back. Where are you?
Okay, I'm walking back from the store and some guy is like, he looks really sketchy. He's been following me for a little bit now.
Where? Where are you?
I'm out front. I'm almost back to the apartment, but he's like,
well, just get in, hurry.
Can you come out here?
Solid acting so far, I'll definitely give it that. Very concerned boyfriend. Oh, you're being followed by a creepy stalker? Well, hey, just, can you hurry up, maybe? Have you thought of that one?
Here, walk back with me, please.
Where are you?
Please,
Where in the apartment?
I'm out in the front and by the park, please.
Just, why is there nobody? Just come, run.
No, just hurry, please.
Okay.
Hurry. Okay, I hung up. This is so good.
Hardy har har, this is some turbo comedy. Ho ho ho.
Okay, he's coming, you guys.
Okay. All right, you guys. So I just got back from the Apple store.
So Nate gets a call from his girlfriend about her being stalked by a potentially dangerous person begging for his help, and his first thought is to grab the camera and vlog it. Fuck yeah, baby! Garner Gang is lit as shit, catching those big W's on the daily, by letting his girlfriend get beaten up so he can vlog it. Yeah, man. Wow.
He's coming. Okay, go.
Give me the bag!
Stop! Stop! No!
Yo, what the fuck is going on? Why the fuck are you on my girlfriend, bro?
Me!
Are you okay? What happened to you?
I'm okay.
Your bag?
Get my bag! No! He's tackling! Oh my god! It's a prank! Nate! 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 It's a prank! It's a prank!
What are you doing?
It's a prank!
What are you doing, bro? What the fuck are you
Michael!
doing?
It's Michael!
It's
just a prank!
What the fuck are you guys doing? Michael, I haven't seen you in weeks!
It's a happy ending once you realize it was just Michael under the mask, like the Scooby-Doo villain being demasked. Then it's a group hug in the shower, and the vlog goes on for 8 more minutes. I didn't watch any of it, because it doesn't get better than that prank right there. Now, again, obviously all fake, but let's talk about this as if it were real, because that's a lot more fun, and it's a lot less disgusting to think that these adults came up with this fake prank shit and then acted it out, which they did, and played pretend. I think that's embarrassing, so let's talk about it as if it were 100% real. So Nate starts vlogging, knowing full well that his girlfriend just called, speculating that she may get robbed or beaten up. He shows up, surprised that his girlfriend is getting robbed and beaten up. So he keeps vlogging it and then being confused, like, well, how is this happening? I had no idea, as he's like looking at the camera vlogging it. So then he goes over and shoves the guy, to which Carissa is surprised that he went and defended her. So to that I have to wonder, is Nate so big of a pussy that Carissa had no faith in him lending his strength to save her? Did she expect him to go over there and talk it out with the man beating her up? Like, hey, sir, that's my girlfriend. If you could just, wrap this up quickly or maybe stop beating her up, I'd really appreciate it. I don't want any trouble. Like, she had to expect that her boyfriend would at least push the guy at the very least. So why is she acting all like, holy shit, hey, calm down? It makes no sense unless he really is that big of a pussy that she had no idea he even had it in him to fight in any capacity. It's baffling. Michael, I think, is the real hero here for having a very minor role in all of this. Yeah, you really got saved some embarrassment for the most part. You even had like a fucking, I don't know, pair of panties over your face or whatever the fuck that was. I don't know. Great video, Nate. That shit stayed lit. Garner Gang for life, baby. When was that merch dropping? March 1st, Nate? You bet your ass I'm not buying that. No, but your content sucks a lot of shit, man. Keep up the good work. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. See ya. It happened. Doomsday is upon us. Nostradamus tried to warn us, but we plugged our ears and refused to listen. But now, we have been dragged kicking and screaming into the end times. Pranksters found AI. Or at least one of them did. This one courageous soul bravely peeled himself away from his daily routine of eating glue to use AI to have an overwhelmingly negative impact on strangers' days. Full disclosure though, I don't think every video they've posted doing this prank is real. Because some of them are just so outrageous that I find it hard to believe that he wouldn't have had his ass beaten right then and there for doing it. So I take all of them with a grain of salt, but what he's showcasing is very much something that can be done, and I have seen other videos of others doing to a lesser degree. This guy, however, has made it his entire identity to do these AI pranks. So he's the one that I want to talk about today to show.
Do you know that guy in the blue shirt that was sitting right behind you? He was like going up behind you and like kissing you in the back of the neck. I recorded it. That guy, right? Mm-hmm. Look. He did it with...
That's crazy.
What this guy does isn't really a prank. Fundamentally, what he's doing is he's framing innocent strangers for crimes they didn't commit. He has, I think, 28 of these. It's basically all he does now is these AI pranks. And I don't know how what he's doing isn't a crime in and of itself. Because this is going to lead to an innocent person getting arrested. No doubt in my mind. In this one right here, what he's doing is he's going up to a stranger, claiming that another stranger that was sitting near him was kissing the back of his neck. A sexual assault. And then he shows him a video of it and is convincing the guy that it happened and is goading him to confront that gentleman, who did not do this, by the way. This is all an AI-generated video that he is now trying to fan the flames of an actual fucking fist fight for. So even if this one is fake, which I have a hard time believing this one in particular is, because an employee even gets involved in there, and I feel like they probably wouldn't participate in shit like this. But even if it is fake, what he's showing here is something very real. You can just manipulate videos of innocent people doing crimes, and it's going to be very hard for them to defend themselves, especially because it looks as though he's mainly doing this to elderly people that probably don't know about this kind of technology, so how the fuck could they even possibly argue their innocence?
You did to me like that.
I kissed him in the back of the neck.
You did.
Yeah. Is that you?
I didn't even get touch this guy.
That was a lie.
Yes.
Hey, did you see me touch this guy?
Look at that camera.
Oh my God, where'd that come from?
Him.
Him.
He.
Him.
No, it didn't.
Yes, sir.
You did.
I didn't kiss nobody in the back of the neck.
That's right there.
That's weird.
That's weird.
So they can't really argue against him because he's showing them a video of what happened and convincing everyone else that this is a real video. And eventually it's going to lead to one of these people getting arrested or getting beaten up. Like in this case right here, that guy who felt violated, who's to say he didn't just start swinging on this man after seeing this video? Again, assuming of course this is real and not with like paid actors, which I'm leaning towards it being authentic here. I think there's too many moving parts, as well as like someone who does appear to be an employee coming over. I do think he did this to just random strangers. And if that is the case, then this could have gone severely off the rails, all based on a manipulated video here that's not real. And this corny goofball has the audacity to say that these are harmless pranks and that what he's doing is, you know, basically a righteous effort as an AI social experiment to raise awareness on how AI can be dangerous. But you homunculus, everyone knows that. This is a very legitimate fear a ton of people have, where someone like you could fake a video of them committing a crime to get them in trouble. This isn't some valuable PSA. This is something people already know about and are already worried about. There's absolutely nothing educational about just framing these innocent people as criminals or like sexual degenerates or something, or trying to like have them fight each other like fucking fisticuffs, all based on AI generated videos. That doesn't do anything besides just have an overwhelmingly negative effect on these strangers.
When you guys are like taking forever, he got mad and like went back there. Is he allowed to go back there?
First off, I didn't go back there. Who the fuck are you?
The joke is these people panic thinking that they're about to be punished, maybe even go to jail, all based off a video they know can't be real but can't explain its existence because they don't know about AI tech. So this guy is now being framed for going into the back after getting angry or something, and all he's saying is like, I didn't do that. Who the fuck are you? Little did he know he was in the presence of the alpha goober here who likes to pretend that he's some kind of saint. But what he's actually doing, assuming these are real, which this one definitely feels real, what he's actually doing is just exploiting elderly people, treating them like props in his videos for the sake of making them the punchline of his joke of, haha, they don't know this is AI and I've made them look like criminals and they can't explain it, ha ha ha, they look so stupid. So that way he can get some Instagram clout.
So I got like a couple calls saying there's like a man in here like popping, like stealing stuff out of people's pockets.
Can you see the video?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you didn't have a wallet or anything?
No, it's right here.
I have no problem calling out the damn person who did it. It's in your butt.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Enemy spotted.
Here he's actually going up to store staff about a stranger pickpocketing one of the employees. Again, this is a crime. They even all go together as a group to confront this guy they think stole from this man or was attempting to. Who's to say they wouldn't have just called the police right then and there and this innocent man being taken away in handcuffs? Now, I imagine at that point he probably would have stepped in and said it's an AI-generated video. Maybe, but maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he would be afraid that then he'd be in trouble. So maybe he'd just keep his fucking mouth shut and that guy would then go to jail all based on this AI-generated video. It's terrifying. Not only is he trying to suckle from the titty of clout, but he's also just trying to promote some dog shit website that's probably a scam. It's why he has his watermark plastered all over the place there, and in every single one of these videos he is shamelessly shilling for that site constantly. I imagine it is a fraudulent website based on this guy's behavior and the way that it gets discussed here, which should be further evidence to this guy's true motives not being something positive about AI awareness, but instead to get Instagram followers and money through his affiliate partnership here with that site that he is constantly plugging. Now again, there is a chance that this is all scripted, but I find ones like these hard to believe that he would have the wherewithal to fake it and be able to get this many people on board with it, because that does appear to be like actual Sprouts staff. Like, they are wearing a uniform, they are coming from the back of the store. This is not a set, it doesn't seem. This Instagram account is not nearly big enough to have some kind of soundstage out there in LA to put together like a Sprouts studio look. Like, it's not fucking Pluribus here or anything. Like, it feels like he is actually at Sprouts. Those are actually employees, and they do legitimately go confront that guy. It feels real.
Into a team member's pocket.
I didn't reach into his pocket.
We got a complaint, we received it, and you magically get this on camera and you're reaching into one of my team members' pockets.
I swear that's not me.
The odds of that same shirt, though.
What the? I don't know what the hell's going on. I did not go in his pocket. This is not making any sense to me. This is ridiculous. I did not touch his pockets or his pants. So I don't know what the hell this is.
Now, one thing I will say is he shows two different AI-generated videos here for the evidence about what happened. And it feels like it should be obvious that something's very fishy there. Like, surely the employee would have felt something or, something like that. Like, it doesn't make sense. But I also could see a side of things where they have these videos from a customer who's making this complaint about being, witness to a crime. So they're acting on that information without really like thinking too deeply on it because they have this evidence here. So they confront that customer who seems very confused by it. I do think his reaction is less than I would have expected it to be when so many people kind of like gank him here about like him stealing or attempting to steal from an employee. But overall, I just can't imagine this one being like faked. Like, maybe he's in on it, so he's just playing along. But in that case, wouldn't he be worried about facing repercussions? Because those do appear to be real employees. And like I said, if they did alert authorities and authorities showed up, would this guy have piped up and said like, oh no, it's an AI generated video, I made it all up, it's fake? I don't think he would have, because I bet he would have been worried that the cops would turn around and like throw him in cuffs for like falsifying evidence or something, because it is a misleading testimony, it's fake, and all of it is geared towards getting this guy in trouble for the sake of his Instagram prank. Now, while I can't say for 100% certain whether or not all of these are real or not, what is real is pranksters are integrating AI into their dog shit. The ones that I've seen arising on TikTok that I think some of you have probably already seen by now are people that are AI generating like fake IDs of employees to show them and be like, look at this, I found your ID, that kind of thing. And it's like very quick in and out, and they like laugh at them for not knowing how that's possible, which is trash, but it's not to this level. This is the only account I've seen doing AI pranks like this. And if they're real, it's extremely dangerous. And if they're fake, he's still a loser for doing this anyway. What the fuck is the point in faking pranks on something people already know can happen? It's not even entertaining. Like, it's just lame, and it is just preying on the fear of what this technology can do. It's not raising awareness because people already know about it. It is very easy to generate this kind of shit. It is just useless. It is solely here as a vessel for him to promote his Instagram and his affiliate website that he is constantly just throwing out there, because I'm guessing he makes a few bucks from people that get referred to it. It's trash. Like, even if it's fake, it's still dog shit. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this a little bit. That's really it. So, yeah. It is wildly interesting to me how pranks have become synonymous with crimes, and I know I've made a ton of content shooting spitballs at and clowning on these worms that engage in this garbage, but it just blows my mind how Now it seems like authorities are taking it far more seriously. They're no longer just punching with the soccer boppers on, they're going bare knuckle with the cutters out here and actually starting to punish more harshly these criminals that masquerade as pranksters. And even in the wake of all of that, it doesn't seem to have an effect on the overall quantity of pranks that are still just being posted that are just full-blown raw crimes. Like, there has not been a reduction in it. The fucking brain disease that these weasels suffer from is not being curbed at all, even though people are actually being arrested now for some of these pranks. And today Matt sent me an interesting one that I gotta yap about. It's a guy pretending to be a health inspector so he can invade a small business and harass the owners for some clout on TikTok.
I'm here for inspection, food inspection.
For anyone who didn't get the opportunity to watch the original video, please go and visit my page. But just a refresher, this kid Amber came into my parents' establishment pretending to be a fake federal worker, impersonating himself to be a FDA food inspector, to prank, harass, and trespass onto my parents' property.
So the original video got taken down and the prankster privated his account. Big tough guy. I guess the jester wasn't liking all the attention he started to get. Even though that food inspector prank didn't exactly blow up for him by any means, the son of this family-owned business happened to have seen it and reached out to him to tell him to take it down and also remind him this is a crime. So this video from the son covering this, it definitely has put a lot more peepers on this degeneracy here. As of me making this video, the first part of him covering this food inspector prank that his family was the victim of, it has about 650,000 views. I am showing you part 3 here, which is, you know, after everything's been said and done, so that way it's like the most complete lore of everything. Impersonating a government agent is just a crime, and that's his whole prank. And also, according to some of the other people that talked about this on TikTok, this goober has done this same prank before, where he pretends to be a food inspector. And then get a load of this, it's real knee-slapping comedy, because what he does, once he convinces these businesses that he is a government agent, he then goes into the back and berates them. Makes fun of them, just insults them, and then he pretends to be checking things off and giving them advice on things that they're doing wrong, this and that. And that's the whole prank.
What you guys didn't get to see in the original video, which I do have security camera footage for, is him harassing my father for not knowing proper English, stating things that are violations that aren't violations, which if we listened to, we could have gotten into serious trouble for. I'll throw a quick pop-up on the screen, but this is him liking a comment stating that this is a felony, this is fraud, and could land him in jail. After I'd seen the video, it had already been up for 2 days, and I tried reaching out to him in his comments and in his DMs, which he politely ignored by blocking me.
He seemed to shy away when someone was willing to kind of stand up to him and put him in his place. He didn't like that very much. He plugged his ears to it, and then eventually privated his account, which is very odd because he's putting on such a strong face here as he kind of bullies his way into the back of this family-owned business as he's done before in the past, apparently. Now, I looked up food inspector prank because I hadn't heard of anyone else doing this, so I didn't know if this was like his galaxy brain scheme that he farted out for his dog shit content on TikTok. And it turns out, no, that's not the case. He actually just suckled this from someone else's teat. There's a handful of other deplorable losers like this that did the same food inspector prank where they just pretend to be a government agent and barge into the back and say that everything's a violation, basically. And what I've noticed in pretty much all of those is that they target small family-owned businesses and they look for employees that maybe aren't fluent in English, so that way there's like a language barrier there to create confusion, so that way it makes it easier for them to squeeze their way to the back here. So really incredible stuff here from the pranking community. They've got an absolute home run with the food inspector prank. It's a crime, and you are compiling evidence against yourself. That is always the most interesting part. You are committing a crime and you are filming yourself doing it. Like, there is no wiggle room for excuses or anything. Now, before showing you the rest of the footage, I want to show you something to cleanse your palate a little bit. Show you something exciting. Cheeky is partnering with the Vans Warped Tour, baby. That's right. Actual dream collab for me here, and to celebrate, we're giving away a bunch of VIP tickets. So if you want a chance to win, you can go to usecheeky.com/VIP. It's just an email you put there. That's it. You don't have to buy anything. We're doing this just because we're really excited to be partnered with the Vans Warped Tour. It is completely free. Don't panic. We're doing the email method here because that is just the easiest way to get in contact with the winners here over the next few weeks. So yeah, I'll fucking see you there. Cheeky at the Vans Warped Tour. You bet your sweet bippy. I'm so pumped.
Luckily enough, he went a little too close to home, and one of my friends was able to recognize him and let me know who he was, and he was basically able to reach out to him, letting him know that I was pressing charges against him and that he should take down his video. After the fact, he made a pretty lackluster, shitty apology just because he got caught. The apology will be on my page. It's hard to miss.
Something to consider, if the Sun never saw this video, this business would have no idea that it existed because they were under the impression that this was a health inspector that paid them a visit. And in all of the other instances of the food inspector prank, I imagine all of those businesses still have no idea that the individual claiming to be a government agent was actually just some fucking lonely-ass weirdo online desperately fishing for clout by pretending to be a government agent. They were the victims of fraud. So if the Sun didn't see this, that video would still be up besmirching this business based on fucking nothing other than this guy just feeling like being an asshole for the sake of a TikTok prank video. I'm very happy he preserved the apology, by the way, because the apology is about as bad as you're expecting.
So this is an apology video to the restaurant owner's son and the restaurant owner and basically the whole entire kebab corner. So I basically went into the restaurant and did a fake food inspector thing. And yeah, so I posted it on TikTok. Then the son reached out to me saying he's gonna press charges if I don't take it down. And yeah, so I took it down now. I just wanted to just like state it out publicly that I'm sorry and please don't press charges on me.
He's begging for the charges not to be pressed. From what I can tell, this wasn't enough to tug on the heartstrings of the Sun here, who seems like he still wants to go through with those charges. All power to him. He's totally within his right to do so. Impersonating a government agent is a really fucking dumb idea. It is, again, just a crime that this guy is pretending was actually like, you know, a good-spirited prank or something. It's not. The whole point was him insulting this business and the people that work there for no reason. So, I don't really feel too much sympathy for this guy. It doesn't seem like he seems to really care that much. He is clearly doing this just in response to fear of, like, punishment, fear of repercussion for violating the law. Also, a little piece of friendly advice, if you're watching this, shave that fucking mustache. It is hanging on for dear life. That peach fuzz needs to go. There's only a couple of threads left there. There are just little strands of pubic hair. Do yourself a favor, just shave it. It's not working out.
And since then has made pretty racially targeted videos towards Indian people. And because of that, he's still getting charges pressed against him. And funny enough, we had an inspector come in today, and guess what? We got the green light, and I'll put another pop-up of that right now. And I genuinely feel bad for the kid because he seems like the kid that you're friends with just to be the butt end of the joke. And if we learn anything, it's just to leave small businesses alone. All these prank videos can be fun and games until you start affecting people's lives.
I can't remember the last time a prank video was fun and games. Pranks in the last, decade have been so bastardized, it has just become harassment, or in some cases, just, actually assault sometimes. That's been another big one in recent years, where the prank is literally just, assaulting strangers. This, I think, would fall comfortably in the harassment camp, where that has now been misconstrued as a prank, where you just harass people, and that's the joke. Anyway, I'm happy the Sun was able to find this video so that way he could set the record straight on his family's business, and also, maybe this will help dissuade others from doing a similar prank, because this shit super sucks. Anyway, that's really about it. So yeah. I'm sure many of you know by now, but when I was a child, I was one of the world's top junior magicians. I was able to make cards disappear and reappear inside of an audience member's asshole if I wanted to. It was like some shit out of Now You See Me, but if every character was prepubescent. Much like Penn and Teller, I was able to pick up on how magic tricks were done just by watching them, and I used to pride myself on this. And it pains me, and it would absolutely disgust younger version of Charlie to say this, but recently, I was fooled. You see, 2 months ago, I made a video talking about a news story that was sweeping the internet, something huge. It was a fucking plague going across all of the major news articles. It was a story about how hackers took control of our penises. The story was believable, albeit terrifying. The one thing we thought we could trust, male chastity cages, penis prisons, had finally been infiltrated and taken over by an evil organization looking to hold our wieners hostage for money. Finally, the world had been introduced to its supervillain, its final boss, its Galactus, the penis pirate. He who controls the cock controls the world. We were met with an ultimate evil, the boogeyman of boners. All we could do was stare into the abyss as it stared back into us. The Chastity Cage story said that there was no failsafe and the only way to break it off was either to pay the ransom or get a screwdriver and just go to town on your meat. It was horrifying. If only it were true. You see, this story was run by multiple publications, big ones, such as Vice, Motherboard, other huge outlets, had all been running this story for the day that I talked about it. And then yesterday, it turns out the story was a complete lie, a joke from a friend of mine named Lewis Spears. He's a YouTuber as well as stand-up comedian who came up with the idea of making a outlandish, crazy story get picked up by Vice. And it did get picked up by Vice and multiple other outlets. I recommend you watch his video to get the full scoop on what was going on here. But yeah, in a nutshell, I was bamboozled. I got fucking schmeckeldorfed. It never occurred to me that these publications would just take, like, mystery strangers' words on things as fact. I thought, like, an outlet, a journalist, would be, like, doing some kind of due diligence to confirm the events in their stories as somewhat true. But basically it boiled down to them just saying, "Are you sure this is real?" And Lewis saying, "Yeah, this is real." Like, that's basically the whole fucking nuts and bolts of it. There's not a whole lot more that goes into journalism at Vice and the other publications, it seems. This is akin to the little button you click saying, "I am not a robot." Or like when you enter a porn site, "I am 18. True? True." Like, there was almost no effort to make sure that the story was completely bulletproof, true. Like, it's crazy. Like, actually shocking. Great job from Lewis Spears, though. Like, it is wonderful, and the story is fantastic, which is why I talked about it, because it's a great fucking story. And it really is kind of in that, like, Black Mirror realm of being, like, almost viable, like something real. Like, all of these male chastity cages and shit all have Wi-Fi and apps. Like, potentially you could hack them, I suppose. And what's great is it wasn't just the Vice and the other outlets. The actual company who Lewis Spears name dropped for it were saying that there was some kind of vulnerability in their system that led to this. So then they had to come up with the screwdriver solution where you like fucking put the screwdriver in your urethra and you twist that bad boy around, which pops the lock off or whatever the fuck the solution was dumb. After coming up with that, they also said they fixed a vulnerability in their system that allowed hackers to do this. So they fully thought that their shit was getting hacked, even though it never was. And then they improved their security as a result of Lewis Spears' joke. It's actually a fucking wild ride. And I just cannot believe how easy, well, I guess maybe easy is not the right word, because clearly a decent bit of work went into it, but I just can't believe how it worked so well. What this has taught me mainly is that Lewis Spears could be anywhere. He could be under your bed right now. Lewis Spears, he's a fucking force of nature, it seems. This is like the 20th time he's like been on news outlets and shit, usually to promote his stand-up comedy. Like, it's impressive how he's constantly able to weasel his way in there and get these things picked up. So, I mean, great work to Lewis. The story is still a great little piece of fanfic now, and I think it's absolutely priceless how silly Vice and all the other publications that just seems to have plagiarized Vice's article must feel. Like, they look really fucking dumb right now for this. And that's something pretty special, I suppose. But anyway, that's about it. Just wanted to talk about it and let you all know that, yep, I fucking fell hook, line, and sinker into one of Lewis Spears' master plans. And I feel real silly for it now. That's about it. See ya. Another day, another pathetic YouTube prankster making the world a worse place. Desperate for clout, a new ghoul has taken a bite of the forbidden fruit known as trash pranks. They wanted attention from the internet, but in fact, all they got was attention from authorities since they were arrested because they did something truly foul. A 22-year-old man from Belgium aspired to be the next great YouTuber and hatched this idea where he would dump a bucket of shit and other fluids onto train riders for his YouTube channel. According to the prosecutor's office, he would fill buckets with diverse substances like paint, excrement, and food, and then throw them at passengers. basically just making stink bombs. Obviously, the motivation here was to become a social media sensation, a superstar. This was his ticket to the big time. He wanted to create a career out of this shit. Put his name up in lights. But instead all he got was his name on a rap sheet here. I also appreciate that most of the sources reporting on this story aren't using this guy's actual name or even his online handle for the most part, which I think is great because clearly it's all for attention, and if nobody knows who this is, the only attention he gets is from his fucking parole officer. That's the only person that knows his name now. So let's go ahead and show you the video. I have to mute the audio because of the music, but here's our protagonist. He's out collecting his ingredients and he's making a strength potion in that bucket, old school RuneScape style. He then gets his secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty formula here, dog shit, pours it in the bucket, and then gets a bunch of leaves, puts those in there as well, and mixes it all around, and he's ready to begin his adventure. He's currently being charged with assault and battery, damage to property using violence, and property damage for this stunt here. And I hope the cameraman also faces some charges too for enabling this, filming it, and just being an accomplice to this degeneracy. This loser immediately ran away from the scene of the crime, knowing full well every single person on that train could have absolutely beat his ass. He just sucks. This guy super sucks. I wish he had done us all a favor, and after mixing the dog shit into that bucket, he just drank it. It'd be an infinitely better outcome if he was just doing this garbage to himself, as opposed to just randomly assaulting strangers on a train to try and get clicks to his dead YouTube channel, to try and find meaning for the life that he's lived that has amounted to absolutely nothing besides being reduced to a public nuisance. It's so frustrating just how common this trend is, where people will just do extreme things at the expense of others to try and get any level of attention. Even though it's overwhelmingly negative, to them it doesn't matter because views are views, and they hope that some of them will stick around just to hate on them, or maybe a couple of them are equally as brain rotted as they are and actually enjoy it. And it's just become this fast track to at least getting some type of eyes on you, which has made it extremely appealing for young people to try. We've reached that age online where so many people have grown up their entire lives with access to the internet, so they've seen a lot of creators do similar things and get a full career out of it. And that makes it very enticing for them, so they also want to try, because clout is a disease more addicting than heroin, and everyone wants a piece of it, so they see that pranks always garner some type of headline and people talk about it, or playing the villain online gets some people to find you. And in the modern day and age, the worst thing you can be is invisible. Or rather, the worst thing that can happen to you is being normal. Like, if you don't have a social media presence, if you're not constantly on the grind to try and be a social media influencer, then you're worthless in some people's eyes. It really feels like for younger people, follower count is directly correlated to their value as a person. So they're constantly striving for ways to get that number up. And a lot of that falls onto pranks. Every single day, there's a new hopeful prankster that does some extreme shit to try and get some clicks, and this is just the most recent example of it. It's so exhausting and frustrating. It's just so fucking sad. This guy 100% deserves to be arrested. I hope he faces some kind of serious charges for this. We finally need to just start really bringing the hammer down on disruptive, dangerous pranks like these. This is something that guy could have absolutely gotten, like, sick from. Like, it's an assault with, like, a fucking bioweapon here of dog shit and all kinds of other things in it. Like, you can't keep taking these things lightly just because they're portrayed as, like, pranks for views. It's fucking degenerate, and it's gone on too long now. For example, we had that guy in the UK who for months was just terrorizing people, like going into their homes, like the break-in and entering prank, shit like that, and no real serious charges were ever brought up, so it just continued to persist for too long. But anyway, wanted to talk about this douchebag a little bit here because I'll take any and every opportunity to put my shit in a bucket and throw it at an awful prankster like this. That's about it. See ya.